And now we have 3 semi-finals to light up the track, over 800 metres before the women's 100-metre final brings the action to a close. This is the lineup for the first of the 3 semi-finals in the men's 800. Nigel Amos, the form man this year. He'll start in lane 6. Absolutely loaded, this one. Kevin Lopez, semi-finalist here in London and in Moscow and Beijing. He starts on the outside. Adam Schott, such a fine tactical athlete, getting himself poised and ready. Silver medalist in Beijing. He knows he's good enough to make the final. Brilliant performer indoors. And what about the reception that this fellow will get? Elliot Giles, European bronze medalist last year. Inside 145 for the first time this season. He will have to go some. And how great to see Nigel Amos, the Olympic silver medalist from London, back to form after being ravaged by injuries. Wins in Paris, here in London and in Rabat. He is in top form. Isaiah Harris, second in the US Championships. Second in the heats, looked really sharp. Ferguson Rotich just missed a medal in Beijing. Won the diamond race for the whole of the season last year. Abdelassam Ayouni of Tunisia in 3, 7th in the African Championships over 1500 a couple of years ago. And on the inside, Guy Lim on. So 2 Britons in this one. He too getting a good reception from the crowd, twice a UK indoor champion. Really tough qualification here, only the first 2. Ferguson Rotich in 4, but Nigel Amos in 6 is the form man and one of the favourites for gold in the absence of Rudisha. So who's going to take this one out? Watch out for Schott. He is so good when it comes to tactical awareness. But it's Ayouni, the tall figure from Tunisia, who decided to go straight to the front. Amos is on his shoulder, Lopez on the outside as Ferguson Rotich comes through on the inside. There's a little bit of bumping and barging, and Isaiah Harris had his stride checked there as Amos cut across him on the inside to third.
He certainly did. Well, it was a fast first 200 metres, but they've slowed somewhat now. Rotich just languishing out there in front. And you can see just behind, Amos just settling in the light blue vest. Very fast finisher. Schott, again, coming from the back as we expect from him for a last 400 metres. The time at the bow, not very fast at all, almost 53 seconds.
Ferguson Rotich leads. Ayouni in second. Lopez is blocked on the inside. Amos coming wide. Harris and Schott trying to get up onto the shoulder of Giles with Lim on at the back. Only the first 2, and look at Adam Schott, so aggressive. There's a lot of bumping and barging going on there, and Nigel Amos got blocked. He had to come round the back of Harris, one of the big favourites. There's all sorts going on here. Adam Schott is such a wily campaigner, he really is. Now it's Amos coming up onto the shoulder of Rotich. Schott trying to hang on. This is good from Nigel Amos. He's come through a really tricky semi-final. Schott and Amos, and Rotich will have to wait and see if he goes through. Harris was 4th. There was a lot of barging going on there. Fair play. Adam Schott got himself out of trouble, and Amos needed the form to dig himself out, because a couple of times in that 800 he was checked badly, and it was only his pace round the bend that got him out of jail.
Yeah, he's a class act really, Amos, but he got himself into all sorts of problems. Adam Schott though, that's the way to run a race. Just take control when you have to over the back straight, come through and hold them all off down the home straight. Well, was a bit bunching and bit pushing going on there, but when you go through the first lap in 53 seconds, that means that everybody in that race is so close. Schott running well though. Coming off that bend, he just dug deep and kept it going. Remember, it's only 2 through by right, so it's a pretty cutthroat situation here to make the final. Amos coming through, as we said, after being bunched and pushed and shoved, getting himself boxed and doing everything wrong. He actually comes through and gets second place. So good on him, really. the class man in the field, really not really displaying his experience or his talent, but he actually still gets through.
After so many tough years of injury, it is really good to see Amos coming back to top form. And in the absence of Rudisha, the man he came home behind here in this stadium for silver 5 years ago, Amos, arguably the favourite, but Schott, a very, very sharp racer when it comes to his tactics. He rarely gets it wrong. Wild-looking eyes from the Polish European champion. He will be up for that final. He had a much smoother passage through that race than Amos, who had to work quite hard. But the Pole and the Botswanan are there. Rocic and Harris will have to wait to see if they can go through as fastest losers, but with 1:46 plus change, not sure. Adam Schott, Nigel Amos safely through. Rocic and Harris will have to wait and see.
Well, a quick look at the start list here. You can see a disappointment there. Thiemann Coopers of Netherlands is not taking part. That's a disappointment because he looked very good in winning his heat. But let's go through from the outside. Lewandowski of Poland, 30 years old now, but very, very good and a lot of experience in those legs. On the inside of him, 25-year-old Drew Windle of United States, third in his heat, 1:46. And then on the inside of him, Brendan McBride, second in Monte Carlo this year. He was second in his heat, looked pretty good actually cruising through towards the end there, but it might be a little bit harder this time round in the semi-finals. And then the big man to watch, Emmanuel Correa, from 1:46 to 1:43 this year. Well, he can't be better than that. He's got really good 400-meter speed, 44 plus. Gakemi on the inside of him for Burundi, world silver medalist indoors. And then in lane 3, Ibrahim Al-Zafari of Kuwait, the Asian champion. And then on the inside of him, obviously the local favourite, and the crowd will obviously give this man a big cheer, Kyle Langford, 2015 European champion, just 21 years of age. Well, he's on the stage and he's got a big chance to really go here. Just 2 to qualify. We just saw that from the previous semi-final. Their break over the back straight. All eyes on Correa. Always gets the slow start, this man, but comes very hard after that. Gakemi on the inside of him going well. They're all going well, really, apart from Correa, who's dropping very quickly off the back of the field, but that's not unexpected for some of the Kenyans. That's exactly what they do. Coming across from the outside, I think it is McBride of Canada in the all-black strip. He likes to lead. He's a lovely, fluid runner, and that's exactly what he's doing. Correa really had to make up a lot of ground there to come into second place, but at the moment it's a pretty fast race. This is good. McBride knows what he's got to do, and he's doing just that. Leading from the front, we could get 4 from this heat.
Well, he's giving himself a chance, isn't he, Steve? Because the 2 fastest loser spots are 1:46. And this is nice and rapid as they head towards the bell. 50 points.
2 seconds faster than that first semi-final. So McBride is pulling it hard, and the throttle is down. Just behind him, you can see Correa. Just behind him, the little figure of the Burundi athlete, Gakemi. Also, the crowd getting quite excited. Langford is also there in 4th place, but they're stretching out in front at the moment. McBride is really pulling away just behind him. Correa is hanging on. Remember, just 2 to qualify. Lewandowski coming through. But there's a big gap now between these two and the others. They really got to start claiming that 4 or 5 metre back now. McBride, will he tire coming down the home straight? He's run almost solo all the way. Correa just behind him. Lewandowski coming hard. McBride is still there. Correa is still there. Coming hard also, Langford of Great Britain. Lewandowski and Langford. Are they going to go past Correa? They are. Who's going to get that second place? It's Langford getting it. McBride is first. Langford of Great Britain gets that all-important second place. What a run from him. From nowhere, from 200 metres, he came right round everybody. The winning time, 1:45.53, faster than that first heat. So some of those athletes might still go through if that third semi-final is not fast. But all credit to this man, Langford. He came from nowhere to get that second place. And even more credit to this man who ran gun to tape, McBride of Canada. A great run from him.
Two brave performances from the men in first and second. And look how far behind Kyle Langford was. He was in 5th place at the moment. Now, Emmanuel Correa, who's had a fantastic season over in the States, completely ties up here. We knew Lewandowski would probably come home quite quickly. Langford there. Lewandowski is in a fastest loser spot at the moment. What a performance from the Brit in second.
What a great run there from Kyle Langford in second place to come through to qualify, but also another great run from McBride of Canada. Correa, though, well, what a disappointment from him. 1:46.08. I don't think he's going to qualify as yet. We'll have to wait and see on that third semi-final.
We've got the third semi-final of the men's 800 metres. Here's your lineup. De Arriba of Spain, European indoor bronze medalist this year. He'll occupy lane number 9. Kramer of Sweden, the new European under-23 champion, down from 147 to 145 already in this World Championship season. The 20-year-old in sparkling form. Pierre-Ambroise Boss of France. Well, there was some doubt about his participation in these championships with a hip injury, but he's getting himself back into good shape. Inside of Boss in 7 will be Bet of Kenya, the world junior champion, still a junior this season, just 19 years old, 1:44.04 this year. In 5, Tiago Andre of Brazil, 4th at both the 8 and the 1500 metres at the World Junior Championships 2014. Now an exciting talent in lane number 4, the 20-year-old Donovan Brazier. He likes a fast pace, Brazier, the US champion this year. Lane number 3, Mohamed Aman of Ethiopia, a world champion in 2013, twice a world indoor champion. 3 seconds off his best though this season, 1:42 in 2013. Romez of Poland, European under-23 bronze medalist at 1500 metres this year. So, first two, as you know, from the first 2 semi-finals. It's the first 2 that go through to the final on Tuesday. They're the current non-automatic qualifiers. So the last shot there was of Donovan Brazier of the United States. He'll start in lane number 4. Remember, he favours a fast pace, the American. So we'll see how he's going to run this one. Aman going well. And they're going to break with Aman deciding to go wide instead of on the inside line. But here we go. Kramer of Sweden, and it's Bet the Kenyan, 24:22 at 200 metres. So they know they've got to keep it swift, they know they have to make it swift, and it's Bet that's controlling it at the front at the moment.
Yeah, he's going through, not that fast. Boss behind him, though, is just languishing there. Andre on the outside, Aman tucked in on the inside. Not a good place for him if it's a slow race. Let's just wait and see. It's going to be about 51, 52. Yeah, there it is, 51 and a half. So it's reasonable, but it's going to be a bit of a scramble over the last lap for this lot. They're all there together. Bet leading, Boss there. Andre coming through. Aman, though, really the class act in this field, tucked in the inside there where he should not be at this stage.
So Aman's trapped on the inside, Bet's controlling it, Boss from France. Andre's poised on the outside for Brazil. Brazier's got some work to do here, the American. The American champion tucked in on the inside like Aman, but Bet took control of this race. He was happy to go to the front of the Kenyans, trying to stretch it out in his third and final semi-final. Just the top 2 guaranteed a place. Bet extends his lead. Aman currently in second. It's going to be the Kenyan leading home the Ethiopian. 1:45.03. Well, Bet of Kenya, the 19-year-old, took it by the scruff of the neck. automatically qualifies.